No bound, no bound, no bound, no bound, no boundary, no bound, no bound, no boundary, no boundary, no boundary, no boundary, no boundaries,
Go, 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 go.
no bound, no bound, no bound, no bound, no boundary, no bound, no bound, no boundary, no boundary, no boundary, no boundary, no boundaries,
Go, 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 go.
no bound, no bound, no bound, no bound, no boundary, no bound, no bound, no boundary, no boundary, no boundary, no boundary, no boundaries.
Go, 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 go.
Yes, sir. What it do, party peoples? No boundaries. We up in here once again on man. Peace and blessings to you.
Little bit.
You kind of breaking up there, Z. Juan Fuego. What it do?
Boy, that's what's going on.
Oh
All
man, peace
right,
to you too,
Z. Your sound is going in and out,
brother.
my guy.
Yeah, we got a long uh,
That's that internet connection.
What's up? What's up?
oh
Z,
yeah, look
did
at this.
Z and Teddy Riley get the
Yeah,
same
so
Wi-Fi? Like, are they with the same carrier?
I don't know what's going on with that dude.
Yeah, I had no idea, man. But welcome, ladies and gents. No Boundaries crew. We up in here. Just our opinion. Hey, don't forget if you get the opportunity to like, share, follow us on all platforms. We are live right now on YouTube and Twitch, man. So please make sure that you guys rock with us, follow us, give us the whole shebang, and we truly appreciate it. Um, Z, you with us? Okay, I guess not. Juan, you with us?
I'm here, bro.
Oh, I can't see you.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get my code to get it going on YouTube and Facebook. I'm coming from my iPad tonight, so it's a little different.
Okay, okay.
You can hear me though, right?
I can hear you just fine, good sir.
All right. I'll be there in just a second.
Um, well, I want to say happy belated Father's Day to all the fathers that are out there. Juan, happy Father's Day.
Same to you, brother.
Yeah, man. I hope that you enjoyed your day.
I did. My family put together a brunch for us, so
Okay.
we were able. Is he
All right,
still
we
there?
back.
Yes, sir.
It must be a lot of
Yeah.
people. It must be a lot of people on Wi-Fi right now where Z is at because for some reason his Wi-Fi is always messing up. I don't know if he's in a good area or what.
And he can't even respond. You still there, Pee Wee?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just waiting on y'all. That's it.
I'm good. I'm ready. Let's go.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's make it happen, Captain. Um, this clip here, we're gonna play is something that you actually sent Juan, and you
Okay.
said, "Man, it's pretty deep." So I said, "Okay, well, let's make it happen."
Everyone says marriage should be 50-50. It's the biggest crock of bullshit I've ever heard. It's never 50-50.
Yeah.
Ever. And so what we do is we quantify where we are. So if Steve comes home and he'll be like, I got 20.
Just in terms of energy.
Just energy, investment, kindness, patience. I'm at a 20. And I'll be like, I'll cover you. I got you, brother. Like, I'll pull the 80. Sometimes we come home, which we have done a lot. My mom has been sick. And I'll say, I've got 10. And Steve, like 2 days ago, said, I'm riding a solid 25. So we know that we have to sit down at the table anytime we have less than 100 combined and figure out a plan of kindness toward each other.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, because the thing is, marriage is not something that's 50-50. A partnership works when you can carry their 20 or they can carry your 20. And that when you both just have 20, you have a plan where you don't hurt each other.
Now, Juan, I will say this though, I'm not married.
Okay.
I've been in relationships before, but I'm
Yes,
not
sir.
married. I can kind of understand what she means by that.
And at first when you start playing, I was like, what clip is this? Then when she started talking, I got it. So she said that they sit down at the table and they talk about who's not giving or what they have at that particular point, right? I don't think I can only talk about my situation. We don't sit down at the table and say, I only have this today or I only have that today. I kind of know where she is and what her energy level is that day, right? So I adapt, and I'm pretty sure that she knows what my energy level is on a particular day, and she adapts. We don't talk about it. We just know. But I've been in the game so long now that it's like, if I don't know by now, that's an issue.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that I think it's a good thing though that they do sit down and say, hey, here's where I am today. Here's what I need. and they're able to have that conversation because, as we talk about all the time, I think communication is the biggest key.
So why do you think people even say that? Like, why do you think people say, relationships, marriage is 50-50, when obviously we know that it's not a 50-50 situation? I mean, because not everybody is given 50% all the time.
I think it's just a cliche, right? It's what you've heard, it's what you has been embedded in you, coming up and all like that. You hear people say, marriage is 50-50, and it's not. It's not. It's you in reality, you give 100, both parts give 100 into the relationship. I may have to give 120 sometimes because that's just where she is, right? And we can't lack or not do or not compensate or not fill in or whatever the case may be, because life still got to go on. Things still got to get handled. You know what I mean? So
Right.
she may be at a 45 one day, and I gotta understand she ain't got it today. I gotta pick up the slack. There's gonna be days when I don't got it, and she'll pick up the slack. You know what I mean? But it goes without being said.
But how often, like when you say you got to pick up the slack, right? Like
Mhm.
how often do you have to pick up the slack? Like if you come into the house and she's got 20, like 20%, like what slack are you picking up for the other 60? Because I'm like, if she got 20, is there really, like, what are you trying to pick up? What?
It's more for me in my situation. It's more the emotional side, right? It's not the picking up slack of taking care of this bill or that bill. Nothing like that. It's more the emotional side. It's more of making sure she's okay with whatever happened at work, whatever happened, in her extracurricular activities that may have gotten her down, or she just not feeling it today. Whatever the case may be, it's not about the bills part or anything like that. It may be something with the kids. Maybe she just don't want to deal with something that they got going on. And
Gotcha.
I need to pick up the slack. She's the emotional person in our relationship. I'm not that emotional person, right? So, for example, my kids know when it's something emotional that they're dealing with, they're going to call their mom because they're not going to get that from me. That's not me. If you need something fixed, you need a problem solved, they're going to call me. Here's what's going on. How do I fix this? How do I fix that? I'm the fixer in the relationship.
No, I get that. I get that 100%. Because like when you really look at, I'm just going off it, like I said before. Like I've never been married. I've been in
Mhm.
relationships, but see, I've never had to deal with somebody on the end of like I had to pick up their slack. Now, mind you, now when I was living with somebody, yeah, of course, I had to pick up the slack of things that was going on around the house, and I think we all
All
do
right.
that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I think I missed the mark a few times on, as you would say, like that emotional pickup. Like she would come home and I'd be like, yo, what's wrong with you?
Right.
I didn't pick up on those cues to say, hey, like let me hold you down on this one.
But that's that's part of growth is being one in a relationship, right? Because it's not just about you, right? And that's what we got to realize as men, right? That it's not always about us. We have to be open and receptive to whomever we're with and what they're going through and what they have. Just like you had a day, they had a day too,
Right, right.
right? And sometimes we don't look at none of that. It is what it is, right? A day is a day. For most men, a day is a day. We gonna get through it. We gonna deal with whatever we got to deal with. But that's that part of what has been embedded in us, where we can't be emotional, we can't open up, we can't show certain feelings, because if you do show those feelings, you looked at as being soft. You sit up here and you talk to your boys and you be like, man, yeah, my girl came up to me, man, I did. I think what? Right? So those are the kind of things especially when you get into the relationship, and if it's a deep relationship, that's something that that's something that we gotta overcome as men.
I think the physical, not the physical, but the emotional aspect as men, no doubt that we need to be able to express ourselves, because it
Mhm.
comes a point in time, like literally, that you can't hold this type of stuff in.
No,
That's the one thing you can't do. And
it's
at
not
the same
healthy.
time, you got to be able to have that significant other person that you can feel confident, that you can trust, that you can open up and have these conversations with.
Right.
Because I think it would start to affect the relationship, right?
Yes.
When you looking at, like, there's certain things, like mentally, physically, that you're not getting in the relationship.
Not
And
even that. Not even that though, Pee Wee. Right. So think about it like this, right? If you're with a significant other and you've been with them for a while, and they're going through some things, or dealing with some things or whatever, and they don't feel that they can come to you, who they gonna go to? That opens the
right,
door for problem,
somebody else.
right? Well, he listens to me. So that's, first of all, women are emotional. You get a guy who is listening to them, giving them what they need on that emotional side. Hey, bro, he got his foot in the door.
So let me ask this then, Juan. I mean, you know that there's males
Mhm.
that are out here that have more of a feminine side to them.
Okay.
Like, they're dude, but they got a
Mhm.
real feminine side to them. Like, so when you run up against that, as you say, like foot in the door,
Right.
don't you feel like there's some piece of, like, the manly part that she's missing too?
Well, it depends on what you're talking about, right? So when you say the feminine side to them, is it they're showing their vulnerability of the feminine side, or are they portraying the feminine side?
Both. I'm gonna say both.
So if I'm portraying, that's to me, that's a guy who pretty much is like preying on that. You hear people talk about, oh, can a woman have a male best friend? Bro, listen, that male best friend is waiting for that opportunity.
Now I'm gonna have to disagree with that there, Juan, because I got two female best friends, and not once do I even look at them like that.
I would say that that's an exception to the rule.
Because literally, like, I look at them like sisters. Like, there's no way that I even look at them even in a physical,
But
like,
that, and I'm not saying that it can't happen. What I'm saying is, more often than not, I would say
the
90%.
the percentage, right, right.
Yeah, that's what I would say, right? There are different types of dudes, Pee Wee, right? And you're just not that type of dude. You know what I mean? Me knowing you, me knowing how you are, who you are, and all of that, I get where you're coming from. It's dudes out there you can't say the same thing about.
Right, right, no doubt. I mean, case in point. I mean, you met my best friend just the other day.
Right.
You know, I mean, that's like a sister to me.
Okay.
You know, um, but I mean, that's why I asked the question, because you have guys that literally will cater to the women's feelings,
Yeah.
and they will be very feminine
Hmm.
towards that. But as women, they want. I hear it all the time. I want somebody that can that will listen to me and this is that and the other, but at the same time that can protect me, that I
Right,
feel protected. Now,
right, right.
if this guy is like you, how is he protecting you? Aren't you missing that element?
Me myself.
No, no, no. I'm just saying, like, as for women, wouldn't women feel like they're missing that element? Like this guy is just like you, so he's very feminine, but you feel like you don't feel like you're missing out on being protected, that manly, protection.
Sorry about that. Um, I think it's a vulnerability, right? You have there's a balance, right? You have to be open to listening and understanding where she's coming from, but also, and I don't know if this is the right thing to say, right? Um, I'm cognizant of Kim's feelings, um, where she is in certain periods and times and points, right? But I'm only gonna do so much, right?
Now
I'm not,
explain that.
I'm not a wallower. I'm not gonna sit up here and continue to day after day after. No, no, we got to get out
Oh,
of this.
okay, I got you. I got you.
We got
Okay.
to get out of this. Life goes on. Life goes on. A few years ago, when her mom passed, she's and even to this day, she has days where she's in this. She's still grieving, and I get it. That's your mother. She's the only child. That's the only person that that's really the only family that she had here in California. I get it. You're gonna have those days. Day 2, 3 come around and you still in that same. Hey man, listen. Your mama wouldn't want you to be like that. Your mom wouldn't want you to wallow like that. Would she? And I'll ask her. Would she want you? No, she wouldn't. Okay. I get it. I get that you miss her. I get that you agree. But you're still a mother. You're still a wife. Your kids need you. I need you. I need you to.
No, I mean I hear you and I get you, and I think that's where I think the great balance that you guys have with one another. And sometimes not everybody has um that understanding
Yeah.
of their significant other, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you can end up in a very toxic relationship or marriage, um, because of like you said, like, okay, I'm giving you, I'm not. I'm. Let me rephrase that. I don't want to say I'm giving you,
Mm-hmm.
but like after 2, 3, or 4 days, like if I don't say something and I let it keep happening, the energy in the household is coming down, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But at the same exact time, when I do say something, how I say it, how
That
I say it can spark a whole nother disagreement or argument.
yes. It's the delivery. It's the delivery.
But understanding though too that your significant other understands that you're not trying to be malice, that you're not trying to be that way.
Right.
And so if that person really doesn't know you, then I think you may have a little bit of a problem.
And that's the learning period of the relationship, right? You, you guys got to get to people got to get to know each other. You got to know what makes a person tick. I know what's going to piss her off. I know what's going to piss her off. I know what I'll if I say XYZ, I know the reaction I'm going to get. She knows if she says XYZ, she knows the reaction she's going to get if she delivers whatever message it is. So if it's something that is that I really want to get across with, I'll call her name first, Kimberly. So she knows now this is important to me.
Right, right.
See what I'm saying? Other times I'll say, oh, I'll just strike up or I'll just blurt out something, right? And it might go over. You know what I mean?
But if
She may
I,
not
yeah,
even, you know what I mean? Not like not pay attention to it, but it's like, yeah, it is. He's just making conversation. But if I say, Kimberly, I need XYZ, she knows that I really need her to do XYZ.
XYZ, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I'm with you, Juan. I'm with you. I'm play this next clip, and I want to know, like, what's your thoughts? Do you think that this young lady is giving this other young lady some good advice?
Okay.
Paying all them bills, he can't say nothing. Okay? Nothing, because he's just a roommate. Okay? So you as a woman, if you're married, single, whatever, if your man is not paying every bill in that house, do whatever you want. Okay? He don't run nothing up in there. Okay? Just so you know, unless he's paying every single bill and every one of your bills, he doesn't run anything. Stop caring so much. If he doesn't like you wearing a certain thing, put that thing on and walk out. If he doesn't like you wearing weave and makeup, put the weave and makeup on and walk out. If he don't like you getting nails done this long or with like red nail polish on it, get your nails red and long. If he doesn't like you wearing certain types of clothing or shoes, put them on and walk around and like, you don't run nothing over here, okay? I don't like when you do A, B, C, and D.
So this isn't the first time that I've heard her say this to somebody, right? I've seen her on other clips where she said this to other people, right? First of all, my first question would be to her. You're talking about what he don't like and what he might like and him paying on. What you doing? What are you doing for me to come in here and pay all the bills? This ain't the 50s, bro. You can't. There's very rarely, there probably are a few people, very few percentages of people that can come in and pay all the bills and the girl ain't got to worry about nothing. Not in this day and time. It just don't happen.
I mean,
it just don't happen. So
there is a small 1% that you can pay all your bills, her bills, have the house that you want, have the lifestyle that you want, and where everybody's comfortable. There's a very 1%, 1% people in that lifestyle that can do that. Okay. When I hear this though, Juan, this is what I hear. I hear somebody that's hurt. I hear somebody that's upset because they're not happy. If you're with somebody, if you want your man to pay all the bills and you get with somebody knowing that he can't do it, why stay in this situation?
Right. And
Right?
on top of that, Pee Wee, on top of that, there's never a no from her on anything. If I'm paying everything in this motherfucker, when I say jump, how high? Point blank period. Point blank period. Hey, bro, I'm not. Hey, no, I'm paying everything, and I got to come in here and the fucking dishes ain't washed, the kitchen ain't clean. No, bro.
I'm with you. I mean, if you are taking care of everything, yes, absolutely. I mean, and she's not working either.
Oh yeah.
Like she's not working and you're taking care of everything. Absolutely. Like she should be taking care of the household. No doubt about it. You can't just be sitting up in the house, on over here doing IG and TikTok videos.
See, and here's the thing, right? So she's saying, yeah, he can't tell me this, he can't tell me that if he ain't paying all the bills. But I bet you when he come home, it ain't no plate, a hot plate, not one that's in the microwave. It ain't no hot plate ready for him when he come home. I bet you she ain't doing that.
Hey, maybe, maybe I have no idea. But I
I'm
just look
willing.
at when I look at this video, right? One, I feel it's very toxic. It's a very toxic relationship and a very toxic advice that she's given this young lady in saying at the end of the day, if he's not paying all the bills, then you go do whatever you want to do. He ain't running nothing in here. So now, literally, you are doing things that he doesn't like on purpose to piss
Right,
him off or have
right.
him upset. That's a toxic situation. And so, with that, is like, then you don't need to be with this person. You do not need to be with this person. What is the point of being with this person if male or female, this person isn't giving you the things that you want in this relationship? And if that's the one thing that you want in this relationship and he can't give it to you, you need to step out of it. If he is not mentally giving you the mental feeling of the relationship that you need, someone's going to listen to you, stand by you, be your therapist. If you don't have that, okay, then you need to go. If this
Yeah,
person isn't smashing you the right way that you want to be smashed, these are things that at the end of the day that you say I need in a relationship. These are things that are important to you. So which means find somebody that can. Don't sit up here and have a toxic relationship with somebody and go through this routine with somebody and then later on when it's time to break up, then you want to badmouth this person, you want to
but but
talk
here-
down
but
to them.
here's the thing. In my viewpoint, she doesn't see it as toxic. She
That's
sees it as this is this is this is what I expect. This is what I want, and this is what you need to do. But what's your side of it? Like, what are you doing to make me want to even do any of that?
and but that goes back to you saying, okay, coming home to, you know, the dishes being washed, a clean house, a hot plate on the table. Now, if this is my thing, right? If this is my thing, this is what I want because I'm paying all the bills. Now, and if I come at you and be like, hey, you ain't running nothing up in here, I'm going out with the boys tonight. You sit here in this house. Or or I go out and get my own dinner and don't bring you nothing back, you're gonna be upset. You're gonna
Right,
be bothered, right?
right.
But it goes back to this is the toxic stuff that it is a toxic relationship. I'm doing things on purpose to make you mad.
I, I, I think I believe that when women think that they are pretty enough or have that look that they deserve to be treated
Like
this,
royalty.
right, and it's a delusion because that's not the real world. That's not how it works, bro. That's not how it works.
Absolutely not. And if you think that you're the only one that's out here, you are sadly mistaken. Travel around the world and you will see thousands of beautiful women that is a 9, a 10. Like, like seriously, you travel the world, the United States. I mean, just because we live here in California. You got all kind of other states. I mean, you can go to Hawaii, Puerto Rico, Atlanta. Well, let me rephrase that.
uh,
Texas. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Florida, New York. I mean, you name a state you can go to. I will guarantee that there is another beautiful woman that feels the same exact way. if you are not doing what you're supposed to do, and this person is providing a lifestyle for you, guarantee he can go out and do the same thing for somebody else that's going to provide the things that he wants.
Right, right, right. And I think that's the part that they're missing. It goes back to what I said. They think because they have this look that's enough, and it's not. It's not.
It's not.
It's plenty of dudes, right? Well off dudes. And you be like, dude, why he with her? Because that's what she makes him feel. She makes him feel how he wants to feel. She makes him feel like he's on top of the world. She's doing everything that this dude wants. She may not have this glamorous look, but she's providing everything else that I need to sustain me. She caters to me. She makes me feel like I'm wanted. She makes me feel like I'm needed. She makes me feel like I'm on top of the world. She pushes me. She has my back with whatever endeavors I'm trying to do. And that goes a lot further than them looks, because 20 years from now, she's gonna be wrinkled up.
Facts. That is facts.
And when you're wrinkled up, are you still providing me everything else that I need? Them looks are gonna go away. They're gonna go away.
You know, it's interesting. And again, in my time, I remember it was all about looks. It's because I always felt like, man, I needed to have somebody that was cute on my arm when I'm out and about, right? That was my mentality,
Right.
And again, you say growth, right? Like now, it's not about the looks fully,
Right.
not 100%. It's
Right.
not about the looks. But if I found somebody that their personality, their energy, and we can vibe off with one another and have a good time, it's not about how she looks.
Right.
Now that I can say that now,
Right.
um, I mean, and it is you as a male, you always want somebody that for 100% has your back, right?
Right.
That pushes you, that supports you,
Right.
that is mentally and physically there for you, right?
Right.
And in this situation, like I listened to this clip, right? It's like now I feel like you trying to belittle the guy that you're with. You're belittling him. And
Right.
as a male, most males cannot handle that from a female, is because our egos, our pride is way too big for that.
Yep. 100%.
And
I agree
so,
with you.
yeah, and so when I see this type of shit, again, I just go back to how toxic that you are giving somebody this type of information. And I don't know, again, if it's one of those things where I'm telling people for shock value. I'm just telling people so that this clip can go viral and I can grow my social media. I don't know if this is what this person is doing, but you're out here giving bad information.
Very much so.
Very bad information.
Yeah. I agree 100%. I agree 100%. Yeah. When I saw that, I was like, what? Yeah, I would never. She wouldn't get the time of day with me.
You know what's interesting, Juan? So I had an ex pop up at an event of mine
Mhm.
not too long ago. Now,
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of give you a short backstory of this
Okay.
ex. This was an ex that this was might have been my first like real relationship where like I was serious about this person. We moved in with one another. Like this was like maybe the very first one.
Okay.
And again, you being young, you don't know everything.
Right.
You're trying to figure things out on the way. And yeah, no doubt I had a short temper. There was things that I didn't appreciate and I was very vocal about it. I could
Right.
have now that I'm older, I know how to handle the situation. Not
Right. Right.
every disagreement we gotta dispute about, right?
Right.
Some things
Right.
is like it's not worth it,
Right. Right.
right? Not back then.
Right.
Everything was a dispute. Everything was a fight. Everything had to be said. And of course, when you don't work that situation out, fix that problem, and you sweep it underneath the rug, the next time something else comes around, it just gets bigger and bigger.
Right.
And
Right.
snowball
Right.
effect happens, right?
Right.
So, was with this person for almost, I think, like almost 9 years, right?
Oh, okay.
Right. In this, we had a disagreement. After a disagreement, I said to her, said, "Hey, we kind of figured things out." I was like, "Hey, propose to her." When I proposed to her, she said yes. 30 to an hour later, she comes back and she says no.
Okay.
Reason why she said no, she was already messing with somebody else.
Mm.
Because 6 months to a year later, she was pregnant.
Mm.
She popped up at one of my events and was like, "Hey, what's going on? How you been? Da 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 da, yada yada yada." And it was kind of like,
Right.
"Hey, how's it going? You good? I'm good. Okay, cool." Like that's as far as this conversation is really gonna go.
Right. Right.
Me just being cordial with you,
Right.
but the way she was making it seem as if like, "Hey, like let's link up. We need to hang out." Like, no, no, you burnt that bridge. You burnt that bridge,
Blew it up, not burnt it. Blew it
man.
up.
Scorched it.
Yeah.
An inferno,
Right.
hot lava. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
9 years, bro. Like,
9 years.
hey, man. Yeah. That's a heart wrencher.
Yeah.
You invest not you invest damn near a decade in a person. Come to find out that she's messing around. Oh, bro.
But see, I didn't find out until later that it was somebody else.
Mm.
And then I find out, like, in that same conversation, that she was pregnant. It was like,
So let me ask you this, Pee Wee. So let me ask you this. During those 9 years, right, and you find out that she's messing around with somebody else, how long before y'all broke up had she been messing around during, you know what I mean, that 9 years? You know what I'm saying?
no doubt. You know what, Juan? I couldn't answer that question for you. There was no way that if there was, I did not know. I only knew on the back end. That was the only time I knew that I found out that there was
Because
something
you know
before.
they always say that men are dogs and these motherfucking women
Oh, they real good on their
they know
creeping.
how to get down too.
They
You know
real
what I'm saying?
good on their creeping.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So you don't even know how long, and it might have even been the same guy, right? And I'm not trying to dump on nothing like that, but how long? If she messing around 9 years into the relationship, how long was she messing around during those 9 fucking years?
Right, right.
And now you want to come out? Oh, we should hang out. What we hanging out for?
And now, mind you, like seriously, I've seen her before,
Mm-hmm.
and when I saw her before, she was dealing with another guy.
Okay.
And again, It's just now thinking about it, it's weird because it seems like only time I see her is at events. So the last time I saw her was at an event. And
But hold on, Pee Wee. So is she showing up at events on purpose?
I'm gonna answer that for you.
Okay.
I'm gonna answer that for you. So the
Okay.
last time I saw her, it was maybe about 3, 4 years ago. I
Mm-hmm.
saw her at maybe about 4 years ago. Started an event, and it was like, "Hey, how's it going? You good?" She had her daughter with her. She has a little
Mm.
daughter, and it was like, "Hey, how's it going?" Da 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 da, yada yada yada. Dude comes up and was like, "Who is this?" Like, "Yo, bro, just a friend that I know
Right.
her. I'm hosting this event, dude. Like, relax, chill out."
Right.
And he was like, "Oh no, it's not like that." And I said, "You kind of came at me real aggressive,
Right.
of just speaking to somebody, like."
Right.
And off of that situation, I knew instantly you're in a toxic situation. You're in a very bad situation. If the
Right.
person that you with is coming up and is very aggressive to somebody that you're talking to, it's a bad situation.
Right.
Now, the other day when she popped up to the event, yes, Juan, she did say that. She even said to me, "Hey, I knew that you had some involvement with this event. I just wanted to stop by and say hello."
So you know what that means, right? I know I'm fucked up. I'm trying to see if there's any way that I can make it up. That's what that means. That's what that means. I let a good one go. I messed up.
Can't do nothing for you now, player.
Hey, bro.
I I can't help you now.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
Yeah, I
crazy, bro.
can't help you now.
Yeah, I don't even know if see, you were cordial. I don't know if I could be cordial.
I mean, well, let truth be told. Yeah, I am. But let truth be told, I'm at an event, so I can't really say and be the way I would like to be,
I, I hear you.
you know, just because of that.
No, I hear
Um, yeah, it's because like what I would really want to say is like, why, like low key, like why are you even talking to me? Do you
you. Right.
remember what like you put me through,
Yeah,
what you
bro.
did? Like,
Bro. Yeah, bro.
like, like how embarrassing is that? Like, one, when I tell you, how embarrassing is it that you go buy a ring, propose to the person, and the person's like, yes, all excited. Now, we were at, I forgot her aunt's house or her cousin's house, one of the two. And like, nobody in the house knew what I had just did.
I think you
And I,
told the story before. I
did
think
I?
you told us the story before because like you were at like a event at her family house or something or whatever, and they went in.
Yeah.
She went in and talked to her, and they're kind of like her family kind of like talked her out of it or something, right?
No, they didn't talk her out of it. They had no idea
Hmm.
what happened.
Okay.
And and for me, I was sitting there like, this is really weird. Like, I was like, maybe I've been watching too much TV and seeing when people get excited and being proposed and they telling everybody. I said,
Right.
maybe I'm watching too many TV shows or movies or something. Like, I'm
Right.
missing something.
Right.
And I'm sitting here like, nobody in this house is excited. Nobody's happy, nothing.
Right.
And then, like, a few, like I said, like 30 minutes, an hour later, she's like, hey, can I talk to you outside? Yeah, sure. And it was like, hey, I can't do this. Like, are you serious right now?
Did she give you an explanation why she couldn't do it at the time?
No, she didn't. She
Yeah,
didn't.
bro. That's wild. That's wild, bro.
Yeah. So, I mean, and over time, she's tried to reach out to me, you know, I ain't really had too much to say. But one time she did reach out, and I actually had to call her cousin because I was like, "Yo, like the message that your cousin just left me seems really weird." And I'm making
Hmm.
sure she's okay.
Right.
And she was like, "Really? No, she's not in a good space right now because her and dude is going through some stuff." So I'm getting the phone calls. Like, if you don't quit it, if you don't knock
Yeah.
it off,
Yeah. 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 Well, you dodged the bullet, brother.
that I did. That I did.
Look,
You know. But then I say this too, though, Juan. Right? I say this. Do you think things would have been different? Like you say, oh, you dodged the bullet, but maybe things would have turned out differently, though.
in
And
terms of what you mean?
if she didn't do what she did, right, and we would have maybe not get married, but still dated and all that, right? Would her mental state, would she be where she's at mentally? Is what I'm like. Maybe, I mean, I
Let me
don't know.
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. You said you guys were in this relationship for 9 years or whatever. So how old were you when you proposed?
Ooh, shoot. I know I was in my 20s. I don't know the exact age.
So
I
so
know.
so 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 this was like a relationship like close to being out of high school?
No, I met her. I met her when a little bit after I had started with the radio station.
S- Because and the reason I'm asking because to me, this is just me, and you guys were living together at some point or whatever, right?
Yeah. Uh huh.
9 years living with somebody and being with
No,
somebody is
we
a
wasn't
long.
living together 9 years.
Okay.
We might have lived together maybe about 2 or 3 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a long time, bro. That's a long time invested in. That's a long time, man.
Yeah, I mean, our situation, like, we dated for a while, hung out and all that stuff. And then I'm gonna say maybe what, 2 years, 3 years in, that's when things really started to get serious.
Okay.
And then like towards the end, I moved in with her.
Okay.
And then we had lived together for I'm gonna say about 2 years.
Okay.
And then that's when things started going wrong. I moved out. And then it was like, okay, let me see if I can fix this situation by doing this. Now, again, I don't think that was the right thing to do.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, that wasn't the way to fix it, was like, let me pop the question, and me popping the question is going to fix all the problems, you
Right.
know? But at that moment in time, that's what I thought would fix the problem.
Okay.
But again, as you get older, you start to understand little things a little bit
Yeah.
more,
Yeah.
you know? But yeah, I mean, this situation really, that's kind of like, I feel, I wonder if her situation would have been different if she didn't go down this path. I mean, and let's say this, right? And I'm not trying to jump off, but just trying to put it in perspective, right? Of saying,
Hmm.
like, how they say, like, young men, when they don't have their fathers in their lives, and imagine if their father was in their life, they would have. I mean, maybe the path that they chose might have been a
Right.
little different because, right? So I say the same thing. Like, what if she didn't do what she did? Maybe might have been different,
Right.
right?
Right.
That's
Yeah.
that's kind of
Never.
like what I mean.
Okay. I see what you're saying now. I see what you're saying now.
Yeah, that's it. But let's get into this last clip before we get up out of here.
Okay.
Think that all men that have a side chick are bad. I think that some men get side chicks to survive. Don't you know that some marriages are miserable and people stay married because they're moralistically trying to do the right thing? They feel like if they get a divorce, they feel like if they get a divorce, everything fails. Don't you know that? So some say, you know what? I'm gonna get a side chick. I'm gonna make this thing work. I'm gonna live life happy. And people don't want to believe me when I say this, but some side chicks save lives. They save marriages.
All right, y'all. At
There's
this
some
moment,
I think that all men that have a side chick are bad. I think that some men get side chicks to survive.
That's deep.
And I'm gonna keep it a buck. I feel like, again, here is bad information. This is bad advice.
Yeah.
And again, I don't know if folks, and I know Z says this all the time, how people perpetrate on social media. People get on these podcasts and say certain things that's not reality.
Right.
You sit up here and you get a side chick. In what world is your significant other going to be like, you can have this side chick and everything's going to be okay? I don't care if he paying all the bills in the house. She is still going to have a problem with somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't imagine that he meant you get a side chick and she knows that you have a side chick, right? And she's okay with it. Because if that's the case, she got a problem.
Absolutely. But on top of that, okay, let's just say, for instance, you don't tell her and you get a side chick.
Mhm.
You are cheating in your marriage.
Well, people don't take and view marriage in the sense of how they did back in the day. You'll hear a lot of people say, well, it's just a piece of paper, right? They don't take what they're saying and the commitment that they're making to heart, right? A lot of guys get married. Oh, that's just what she wanted to do. I'm gonna do my thing anyway. That's how it's a reality. That's how some guys are, right? And I think that's the position that he's coming from, right? It's like, well, I'm taking care of everything that she needs and that she wants. So whatever I do on the side, why should it bother her? She's not lacking for anything. I'm still taking care of the bills. I'm still taking care of this or that or the other. I'm not, and that's how a lot of guys think. That's how a lot of guys think. It's not, back in the day, man, men that I come up under at my church and stuff like that is that marriage vow to them is sacred, right? It really, really meant something.
But that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yes.
You're saying vows. Like you are, like, it's not the same as like, hey, I'm giving you a pinky promise.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you were saying vows. That's different.
But people don't look at it like that though, Pee Wee. A lot of people don't view it in that light. They don't view it in that light, right? And I think that's the space that he's coming from. It's like, it's like you said, yeah, she's doing all the other things, but she's just not. It might be one or two things that she's not doing that this other person does do, and they're like, well, yeah, I can get a problem. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's. I just can't. Okay, but here's the thing. Watch this. Flip the script. What if she had a side dude on him. He wouldn't like
he'd be upset.
exactly.
He'd be upset. But
Exactly.
that's where I go back to, Juan. Like, that's bad. You're giving people, you're on a digital platform. And regardless of the fact that you can be reaching 1, 2, or 10,000 people, right?
Right.
You're giving bad information. You're telling somebody it's okay to sit up here and get a side chick, is because if your relationship isn't where it wants to be, just go get a side person. It'll make everything happen. Everything will be okay. All you got to do is just go do that. No, that's not how it works.
Right.
And you
I
giving
agree
bad
with you
information.
100%.
Either work it out or get a divorce. It's not a failure. It's not a failure because at the end of the day, some folks at that moment and at that time, you guys was on one accord. 5 years, what's it, that 7 year itch, as they say it? Around that 6, 7 year itch, right? You can turn around and then all of a sudden, you guys are growing apart from one another.
Right.
Growing apart. You're not seeing things the same anymore.
Right.
So now you got conflict. You guys are bumping heads. It's okay. You're not a failure.
And that's life, right? That's just life. That's what happens. And that's where, we talk about it all the time. Communication comes in. You gotta be able to talk. You gotta be able to express. You got that. Each person has to be able to, and I think I said this last week, not just listen to what I'm saying.
To hear
what the problem is and what I need from you. In turn, I need to hear what it is that I'm not doing that's making you unsatisfied, unhappy, or whatever. And I got to make the conscious decision to change whatever it is or make the adjustment to make things work. If you're not going to do that, like you said, we got to get a divorce. Like, why bring somebody else in? Now, I'm dealing with my wife feelings. I'm dealing with the side chick feelings. So you mean her feelings don't matter?
Right.
Right? What if she want to go? What if you got a trip plan with you and God forbid you got some kids involved and you got a family trip scheduled, but now the side chick want to go somewhere the same weekend that you got something planned with your family. So now what you gonna do? Or you just gonna tell her, you already know you just the side chick? Nah, bro, it's people's feelings involved in all of this.
Right.
It's not just as simple as, just go get you a side chick. That side chick gonna want something.
Right. And a lot of time.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's like you said, it's bad advice. It's
It's not reality.
That's clickbait.
Again, it's not reality. And again, like I say it all the time, man. And I'm not a person that's been married before, but I know one thing. At that moment in time, just like any relationship, yeah, most definitely, you guys might be on one accord. Everything might be good. And then all of a sudden, like, things may change. Things are different. It's okay.
Not only that, Pee Wee, you know how hard it would be to sustain a side chick? And I've been married going on 29 years in October with 2 kids. You mean to tell me I got to deal with my kids' situation, my wife and her feelings and all of that stuff and all the bills and stuff and now I got to deal with the side chick? Now, what if she come up talking about she $500 short on her rent? What you calling me for? Hey, nah, bro. It don't work like that. It ain't. Well, it don't work like that for me. Right? I ain't got the ends like that. I ain't got the ends to be kicking out no extra $500 for no side chick who's short on hers, and I want to keep her, happy. That's too much. No.
Yeah, that's too much. That's too much work.
Problems. That's problems.
Yeah, no
That's
doubt.
problems.
Well, ladies
that's
and gents, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's episode, and we truly appreciate you guys rocking with us. If you liked any of the conversation tonight, if you, you got comments, concerns, whatever it is, man, we're live on YouTube. You can leave a comment, Twitch, Facebook. Just leave a comment. Let us know your thoughts. Were we wrong tonight? Do you have a different perspective that you saw things? Are you in this type of situation, or have you been in this type of situation before? We want to hear from it. So make sure that you guys tap in.
And you know what I would like to hear from? And put it as anonymous. Side chicks, what you expect from the main dude?
Yeah. Hey, some may not even know they're a side chick though, but
bro, if you don't know you a side chick, that's a problem in itself.
I mean, some guys. Now look here, Juan. Some people be out here having two families.
Yeah. Okay.
So some may not know they side, but
yeah.
If you are a side chick, tap in. Let us know.
Peace out.
Ladies and gents, any last words, Juan?
I'm good, man. Good convo tonight. I appreciate it.
Yeah, most def. Enjoy that cigar.
I'm going to.
All right, my brother. I'll see you on the next episode. Appreciate you guys rocking with us. Peace.
Thank you.